guys, welcome to Quits Gaming. My name is Silvermore, and today we are playing The Letter, which was suggested to us by, I believe, Cuervo Black. And this is a horror visual novel. I know it's been a while since I've done a visual novel, but this is something I kind of wanted to get back into doing since I'm doing more voice acting. And I was cast for my first role today. Okay, anyway, may notice a couple changes. We now have up over there, we now have a ticker for donations, as well as down there we have a little tip jar, and it's filled with stars. Anyway, so with that said, we are going to go to this, make sure everything is super good, make sure all that, bye Basil, make sure that everything runs good. How's it going, Downward Tiger? Titus? Oh, quick time offense. That's gonna be concerning. I'm gonna die. Okay, so that being said, I apologize in advance for the fact that I look a little worn. It actually was a nice day outside today, but that also means that my room is like sweltering hot. So, hence, hair up, tank top, fucking dying of heat exhaustion. That's more intense than I thought it was going to be. I'm actually kind of startled by that. Oh, is it bad that I really want to call it? Why? Why what? Why? Is it bad I want to call it the Ermengarde Mansion? Because the Ermengarde Mansion. Ermengarde Mansion. It was built for Lord William and Lady Elizabeth Ermengarde of Luxbourne, humble ambassadors of peace and beloved by their people. How's it going, Cuervo? Both were well known for their compassion and generosity, never failing to extend a helping hand to anyone in need. And yet their mansion looks like a mausoleum. It's super hot in here, Cuervo. It's like 90 degrees in my room right now. It's not, I have to have it up. I'm sorry. Yes, you can tell me something, Downward Tiger. Tell me something. Tell me. Tell it to me. Under their influence and wealth, what was once a small sleepy village grew to a prosperous and bustling town. You have to make it sound like super high pitched. However, the seasons of joy eventually ended when the good nobles perished at the hands of a great plague. Just a great plague? Like, their riches and legacy were henceforth passed on to their only child, Lady Charlotte Ermengarde, the bitch. I'm just making shit up. The mansion has stood since the 1620s, a witness to a very long history of joy and of pain. After Lady Charlotte committed suicide, that took a turn. The great house was eventually left uninhabited. Okay, A, that got dark really quickly, and B, I will happily live in that house. And that is where it began. So, I should probably actually take this with serious tone. I mean, come on, I'm trying to set an example here. What's wrong with me? Surrounding villages spoke of seeing and hearing unearthly things, of cries and howls that filled the nights, and hearsays of a mysterious woman roaming the hollowed halls aimlessly. People who dared enter its walls were simply never heard from again. Even after 400 years, these stories remain much like the house itself. Whispers about the once great house, its legend and its curse, still fall upon the villagers' ears. I mean, I could, but I don't I don't really do a lot of Let's Plays anymore. I almost fully do streams now, so... I mean... What do you want from me? I don't do that many pre-recorded anymore, so that I can talk to you guys. Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Ed Granados. And why is your dad going to throw away your Xbox? That seems a little... unprecedented? In spite of this, the current owners are convinced that these stories are nothing more than a hoax. With little regard for the truth, they had Briar Reality Corporation place the property back on sale. Oh, well yeah, I don't do that many pre-recorded anymore. Most of what I do is live streaming, so kind of figured it would be something that you people would like to see. That seems weird, Downward Tiger. Like, did you get in trouble or grounded or something? Like, you obviously must have done something to make your father want to throw away your Xbox. Like Pandora's box, the secrets that lie inside await to be discovered by brave souls. No matter what happens, take care not to be consumed by the curse. ... Good luck.
Hello? Isabella? Are you there?
Okay.
Where are you?
Okay, for the record, I never answered my phone. A familiar, jittery voice comes from the other end.
Oh, hey Rose. I'm at St. Goretti High. What's the matter?
Oh, their pictures are actually really cute. Okay, I'm sorry, but up here, this guy up here, this white-faced, masked, eyeless guy is freaking me out. Like, does no one else notice how fucking creepy that is?
What do you mean, what's the matter? It's the mansion, silly. I'm here and you're late.
She looks so happy and sweet there, and she sounds like a total bitch on the
Jeez,
phone.
we're on shift together. You promised.
God damn.
Oh my god, please don't tell me you forgot. You were planning on leaving me to check this place out on my own, weren't you? You chickened out.
Can I just...
Calm down.
Can I just
hang up?
hang
I
up?
take my promises seriously.
I just want to hang up on her.
I'd like to believe that. So hurry up and get here.
It's a tank top. I'm sorry, my cleavage is showing? It's not any new thing. Boobs have been around since the dawn of time, guys. I'd like to believe that, so hurry up and get here.
This place is huge. A bit too quiet since no one's lived here since, like, forever, but beautiful nonetheless.
Why are you so surprised? This isn't the first time you've been there.
What's a shorts day? Oh, that's awesome. I have a PS4. I love PS4.
I know. I just wish I could live in a place like this.
I wish I could live in a place
It really
like that
takes
too.
my breath away.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Not after the rumors that say it's haunted.
It definitely would take your breath away if you died in it.
Jeez, never mind those rumors. Ghosts aren't real after all. And even if they are, which they are not, they can't do anything.
They can't do anything.
They're nothing but spirits.
That's not how ghosts
You
work.
don't know that. They might be listening or watching right now, and they might not be happy with you enough to curse you.
No offense, sweetie, but that's a bit of a stretch.
Believe it or not, it's better to be careful.
Right. You know, not every property we sell will end up with a dead body stuffed in a sofa.
Has that happened?
And I think that mansion is where we'll likely find another one. I can feel it.
Who the fuck sells a house
That was
with...
one time, Isabella. Loosen up. Wait, just get here ASAP, please. I'm getting bored being here on my own.
Fine, fine. Let me just finish up here. I'll be right there soon.
Okay, see you. Bye.
Are they realtors? Because I have a really hard time believing that these young as fuck people are realtors.
Who was that?
This is my current bae.
Oh, that? It's just Rose.
Rose? The one you said who trained you for your job back when you started?
I don't like that animation.
You're working together again?
Just for this property. We've been scoping out that big mansion down Ansem Village after the renovations. Today's sort of its grand opening to the public. The RC wants to give it one last check before we let potential buyers tour it this afternoon.
Honestly, I'm a PlayStation person.
Oh, wait, mansion? That big spooky one you've been telling everyone about?
I'm definitely a PlayStation fan more than Xbox.
Didn't you keep saying how it just gave you the creeps?
Okay, you bitch need to get your British nose out of my business,
there,
okay?
And you're going back?
Like, what is it with everyone having this bitchy British accent?
I did promise Rose I wouldn't ditch her. And besides, a job is a job. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living. What's so funny?
Nothing. It's just that I didn't expect you to say that. Coming from you, it sounds so out of character. I mean, no offense, but you've been freaking out about the place being creepy ever since you got assigned to it. Cursed rumors and all. I honestly thought you'd back out.
Not all the time. I could really use a huge amount of cash right now, and this is just the fastest way to get it. Plus, listen to this. Briar Realty wants it sold as soon as possible, and the agent who lands the deal is going to get a huge bonus.
Briar. Rose.
They never give bonuses like that. Getting that would make life so much easier. They're desperate, I'm desperate, it's perfect.
You know, if you're really in urgent need of money, you could have just asked me. Or Ashton.
I've been a fan of PlayStation since PlayStation 1.
We can always let you borrow, and you can pay us back whenever.
Becca!
I've noticed that you've been living off instant noodles these past few weeks.
Nothing wrong with instant noodles.
Stop eating junk. They're cheap, but they're not good for you.
Who? Okay, so she's teaching teenagers.
You'll definitely end up in the hospital if you keep at it.
What? What? Thork, what did I do? You're not my mom. So, for the record... Oh yeah, I am forgetting to read. Sorry. For the record, in every Telltale game, when it says so-and-so will remember that, I always feel like the game is threatening me. So, whenever I see, like, notifications in the corner, I always feel like the game is threatening me. Okay, I'm forgetting to read. The parts are voiced, but the narrative is not, so that's me. I press my lips together and roll my eyes at her. I'm not entirely sure how I should feel whenever she goes in her mother hen mode. She means well. I'm glad someone's looking out for me, especially with my family living on the other side of the globe, but Becca's bossy attitude be such a pain at times. She's more overbearing than Mama, and that already says a lot. What
You're
about the game?
You're not my mom.
You're not my mom.
I didn't say I am.
I just wanted to say that. You went to the hospital,
but
are you
you're
okay?
acting like one. You don't need to boss me around all the time.
She gave me a completely unimpressed look. Immediately, I braced myself for another round of reprimands from her. This really is
I'm
fucking
not bossing
long,
you around.
like, introduction,
I'm just
isn't it?
telling you to at least mind what you're eating. Remember what happened last year?
No?
You ended up bedridden for 2 weeks after eating something bad, and I ended up having to listen to you cry about how those absences would take a huge chunk out of your paycheck.
2 weeks?
Do you want that to happen again?
No, Mom.
Only a loud, frustrated sigh comes from her while she pinches the bridge of her nose, likely to help ease the headache starting to form in her head. I bite my lower lip to keep myself from laughing out loud at the image she makes, expecting her to say more. But when at last she looked up, she's simply carrying a resigned expression on her face.
I'm serious.
She doesn't look resigned.
Not my mom, Rebecca.
Maria Isabella Grace.
Bitch, you got something to say to me? I shut my mouth after that. This was something that Cuervo suggested, Thork, because it's a horror novel. It's a horror visual novel. So it's spoopy, okay? And it's October, so it's spoopy! From the start, I know she's not really angry, but I don't want to push it. And angry Becca isn't someone I wish to cross in my lifetime. I've seen it happen, and it wasn't pretty.
Yeah, I'll stop.
I grumble, but she doesn't seem to care much. Only giving me a small, acknowledging nod.
Good. Look, if you need anything, tell me, and I'll help in any way I can.
Apparently, I am not like the maternal part either.
You don't
because
have
I don't
to do
like this
alone.
bitch trying to tell me how to live my fucking life.
Thanks, Becca. I really appreciate it, but you don't need to keep babying me. You've been taking care of me since after I moved here. You have to take a break sometime. And before you ask again, no. You know I'm not a fan of borrowing money. And I'm not going to ask you to give me what you earned hard for yourself.
You and your pride. But suit yourself. The offer stays on the table, though.
I nod in response, if only to get her to drop the topic and leave me the fuck alone. But I'm pretty certain I will never take that offer. Ever. It has nothing to do with pride. I've simply seen plenty of times how friendships can turn for the worse just because of a few unpaid debts. That's very true, actually. I don't want something like that to happen between me and Becca. We may argue about a lot of small, petty things, but she already feels like a real sister to me. Opening and closing doors in rapid succession is not haunting. I don't want to lose that friendship over something so trivial. Becca, taking a quick glance at something behind me, probably the clock hanging above the notice board, snaps me out of my thoughts.
Well, enough chit-chat. Lunch is ending, and my students will be back any minute. We can catch up later. Good luck with your clients. You better treat us to lunch or something if you get that sale.
You're supposed to leave me alone?
You bet!
How's it going, Pixelity? Are you okay, Downward Tiger? I don't think you're supposed to leave me alone. With a small smile, she returns to her desk and begins sifting through the pages of rather thick history textbook. She probably is working on her lesson plan for next week. Or trying, at least. Her eyes are distant and she doesn't seem too attentive to whatever is on the page. As if she heard my thoughts, Becca starts coughing heavily, her hand hastily going to her mouth to stifle the sounds. And this is precisely why I follow her here in the first place. I know, right? Japanese style animation. British accent. How's it going, I? For someone who makes it a habit of worrying about other people, Becca sure forgets how to take care of herself.
Hey, you sure you can manage on your own? I mean, you're still a bit feverish.
Hush, dear. Don't you worry about me. I'll just drink some medicine and I'll be right as rain.
I level her with a flat look. She has a cold for a couple days now. Something about the strange weather not agreeing with her lately. And despite my advice to take the week off and rest, I found her apartment empty when I dropped by this morning. She even left the medicine her doctor prescribed to her. Look who's being stubborn now.
You shouldn't even be working right now.
No, I'm not saying to leave you alone, Downward Tiger.
Seriously, you big baby. I'll be fine. For now, just go to work and stop making that Rose girl wait for you. I'll call you if I still feel bad, and you can come pick me up if it makes you feel any better.
It kinda is, Thoric. She offers me a reassuring smile, and I can only sigh. No, I don't want anyone to leave me alone. You're fine. Why do I even bother? There's no stopping her once she has decided on something. Defeated, I reach inside my bag to pull out the same bottle of medicine she left earlier. She looks at it warily when I place it in front of her. Unfortunately for her, this is the one thing I am not letting her have her way.
All right, but don't forget what the doctor said. Drink this on time. I'll see you later, okay?
There's an amused gleam in her eyes when she shifts her gaze back to me. Okay, this is still freaking me out over here.
Look who's playing the mother hen now.
Rebecca!
Okay, okay. I won't tease anymore. I'll make sure to drink it, Mom.
I don't like Becca. Before I can retort, she casts another look at the clock. Take that as a sign to finally end the conversation, thank God, and my short visit. With a wave goodbye, I leave her alone to her classroom and her thoughts. There's a lot of birds just flying through the air. Like 50 flocks must have gone by in the time we were talking. I hail a passing taxi to take me to the property as soon as I leave the school grounds. Sleepy Sheep Inn. Sir Antiques. Miss Flowers. Zarbuck's Coffee. The mansion is some ways out in the countryside, but I don't have trouble giving the driver directions. Apparently, everyone in Luxborn City knows of it, including every bit of rumor surrounding the place. Just the mention of its name is enough for locals to give you cautious sidelong glances. I learned that the hard way the first time I commuted there, and it only boosted my belief that there's something more to the house. Game is long. Even the news of it being renovated and placed upon the market has caused quite a stir. Thankfully, it died down a few weeks later. The place would have become a lot harder to sell otherwise. I avert my eyes from the window as soon as the buildings shrink in the distance. We get a glimpse of the countryside soon, although a quick glance to my watch tells me there's still a few minutes away from our destination. Might as well get some work done. Rose did ask me to do some last-minute reviews of the mansion's documents yesterday. I already looked them over last night, but you never know when things may go wrong. They're vampires. Life has ways of messing things up like that. Halfway through reading the papers, my phone rings again. I pick it out without looking. I pick it up without looking, neatly tucking it between my ear and shoulder. It's probably just Rose again. Anyway, I always check my phone.
Rose?
That's not Rose.
Guess again.
That voice.
Ash.
Bingo.
Hey, what's up?
That voice does not fit that guy's face.
Just checking if you're still cool later this evening.
You mean that thing with Zach?
Yeah, you know the indie movie he's been working on for months? The premiere's going on tonight at a film fest, and he's
Get
really
some sleep,
excited to watch
Downward
it with us.
Tiger.
He even...
No, don't worry.
Oh.
I didn't forget.
Whoops.
I'll be there.
Cool, I'll see you later. What time do you get off?
Around 6 p.m.? I don't know. It's the first day of the Ermengarde Mansion's open house, and we're expecting quite a number of potential buyers. I'll be booked the whole afternoon.
Ermengarde Mansion?
Ermengarde Mansion.
You know, the big Jacobean mansion at Anselm Village? I'm on my way there right now, actually.
On your own?
Yeah, well, Rose is already there, but yeah.
I see. Looks like the scaredy cat finally toughened up.
Shut up!
Ash chuckles from the other end, and I can't help but roll my eyes at him.
I'll see you later. Drop me a call when you're done. I'll see if I can pick you up.
Whatever. Bye.
I'm pretty sure Ash is a boy. Stupid Ashhole. Ashhole. Always teasing me whenever he sees a chance. I'll show him who's tough. It takes a few more minutes until I finally reach the infamous mansion. I have to admit, the entire property does look wonderful from the outside. Beautifully situated in the middle of a vast open field with several lush green trees dotting the immediate vicinity that converges in a small woodlands nearby. Yet, despite all of this, it does nothing to hide that something is just wrong. The surrounding area is unusually silent, and only the rustling of the leaves can be heard as the occasional breeze passes, and the birds circle continuously every few seconds. While Anselm fitted, the birds are following us. That's the twist. That's the M. Night Shyamalan twist. While Anselm Village is just a few miles away, everybody keeps their distance on purpose. Perhaps out of fear, horrified at the thought of falling under the mansion's curse. Somehow, it makes me feel sad. The lack of immediate human presence just makes this place all the more eerie than it has any right to be. If it's uncanny in broad daylight, I can't imagine how this place is going to be at night.
Are you planning to go inside that place, Missy?
The voice nearly makes me jump out of my skin. Without completely taking my eyes away from the house, I give the driver a confused nod. A beat passes while I wait for him to say more, but his only answer is a non-committed hum and a return of my nod. Belatedly, it occurs to me that he must have been waiting for my payment. I mentally slap myself for spacing out and promptly hand him the fare with an apologetic look. I expected him to leave as soon as I've paid, but there's a hesitant expression on his face, as if something hasn't been said yet.
Is there something wrong?
Look, Missy, I'm sure you've heard what the people are telling everyone about that place. Nobody likes to be disturbed when they're at peace, and I'm pretty sure whatever they say is in that house doesn't want to either. I admit they did a good job fixing it up, but there must have been a reason why even distant relatives of the family who used to own the house never lived in there despite inheriting it. No wonder they wanted to get rid of it.
I actually really like the voice of the taxi driver. I don't know why.
Maybe they just didn't like it?
You never know.
He drives off after, but what he said has left a foreboding feeling in my gut. I breathe out a heavy sigh as I make my approach towards the house. After hearing enough of the rumors, I should have expected this conversation to take that turn. But I'm already here. Backing out is completely out of the question. It isn't like I have any choice in the matter anyway. If I want to get that bonus and commission, one way or another, I've got to sell this property. The door is ajar when I get to it, however, and my own copy of the key is dangling in my hand, now useless. Rose must have left it open when she arrived. That's weird. We may be the only people here this early, but I've never known her as someone so careless. Ooh. I have to admit, the artwork is pretty nice here. Entering, what greets me inside leaves me gaping. I could be taken wrong, Isabel. They've cleaned every corner, waxed the floor, dusted the antiques, searched every nook, cranny, and crevice, and made it spick and span. For the sake of making the mansion more enticing to the modern-day lords and ladies. But no matter how hard they try, the mansion still looks as soulless as ever. As though it's going to eat you alive. If you ask me, they should have just listened to what other people have been telling them and leave this place alone. Finally, some gaping. Ew. Some things in this world are better left in peace, never to be disturbed ever again.
Rose?
Well, if that's the case, just bulldoze the thing down. I call out.
Rose, I'm here.
My voice echoes softly through the hallways. Oh, who am I kidding? In a place this big, I don't think she'll hear me no matter how deafening the silence is. I like that they added this, like, swaying... I don't know, I think that the artwork so far is the best thing about it, even though I don't really like the animation between people. She could be all the way on the other side of the property, for all I know. Quickly, I reach for my phone and dial her number. But...
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
Oh shit! Render all cell phones useless. That's like the first part of a horror. What do you mean it's not been recognized? We were just talking a while ago. It's not like she was eaten by the house, right? Or maybe the ghost did hear us talking and spirited her away. Right? Right? No, Isabella, don't be ridiculous. She probably just wandered deeper into the house and lost signal or something. I dial her number again, hoping to connect this time.
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
I was gonna ask why everyone has a British accent, except the main character, but she mentioned that her family's on the other side of the world, which means she's American and everyone else is British because they're in the UK. Haha! Deduction. But to no avail. Oh, boy. I have a very bad feeling about this.
Rose? If you can hear me, please come out. Come on, Rose! This isn't funny! You know this place gives me the creeps.
No answer. This isn't going to work. This place is big. She can be anywhere. I need to start looking for her. I take a deep breath before venturing deeper into the mansion. She's not American? Where's she from then? Is she Canadian? Because she can't be from the UK. She has no accent. Is she Japanese? That's not the other side of the world. Taking a couple steps forward, I notice something move by the hallway above the grand staircase.
What the hell? Rose? Rose, is that you? Not funny. I'm leaving you if you don't come out. Not coming out, huh? Fine, I'm going.
Singapore? She doesn't... but... I would argue that she doesn't look like she's from Singapore or the Philippines. But in all honesty, everyone here has green and pink hair, so I can't really argue that. But they have the UK accents, so why doesn't she have a Filipino accent? She's my friend. I can't really leave until I know she's alright. Growing desperate, I make another attempt to reach her number. Come on, please give me something. Please, Lord. Yes, finally.
Hello? Hello? Rose, I'm here at the mansion. Where the hell are you?
Ew, I don't like that sound. She doesn't respond. There's also heavy static coming from her side. She doesn't really sound Australian either. I sincerely hope it doesn't get cut off again before I can get an answer from her.
Rose, come on. Where are you?
Okay. Okay, I'll trust you, Cuervo. A few moments pass until the static eventually starts to quiet down.
I'm at stake.
Nope. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
What? The attic?
Nope. Nope.
Why?
Crap, it got cut off. Fuck no. If I was talking to someone and her dead tone voice came over like that, I'd be fucking gone. Man, do I really need to go there? With how deep inside the mansion attic is, there's barely any signal there. No wonder I can't contact her. But why is she there? Out of all places, she just has to make me go fetch her in the creepiest room of this place. Wouldn't that be the basement? Do they have a basement? She doing this to get back at me for being late? Whatever. I'll just go. The sooner I meet up with her, the sooner I'll feel better about being here. I carefully make my way up the staircase. My legs wobble as I mentally curse the fact that I've chosen real estate instead of picking a career that doesn't involve strange abandoned houses. I love strange abandoned houses. I'm in the wrong career. Upon reaching the top, the grand hallway greets me. Those birds! I'm gonna notice those birds in every fucking scene. It branches out in two major wings of the mansion, the East Wing and the West Wing. West Wing is forbidden, that's where the beast lives. I know that. There are two attics here, one on each side. But the east one has been converted to a storage room of sorts, and somehow I find it least likely for Rose to wander there by herself. Besides, she never did like going to stuffy storage rooms. So I head towards the west wing first, where a simple wooden door at the end of the hall opens to a small room. Inside is another set of steps leading to the second attic. Unlike the grand staircases, though, the stairs to the attic are steep and narrow, made of old stones and covered with thick coating of dust that kicks up into the air with every step. You think they would have cleaned that? Didn't she just say they cleaned the entire fucking house? Thank God it's still daytime. If it isn't for the light streaming through the door behind me, I may easily stumble and fall. With how old this place is, there's no light fixtures to illuminate the cramped passage up. Why didn't they bother to add one here when they renovated? Escapes me. Sheesh. They did it with the rest of the house. A small bedroom welcomes me at the end. Looks exactly as it did last time I've been here. Full of dust, worn out, and faded by time. Can I click on things? No. Odd. I thought they cleaned everything. Exactly! Did the crew miss this room? Ugh. Cleanliness is the least of my concerns right now. More pressing matter is Rose. She's not here. I was dreaming when I talked to her a while ago. Did I mishear her? No, it couldn't have been a dream. After all, the creepy ambience of this estate is doing such a remarkable job of making sure I stay alert and awake. I'm sure she said she's here in the attic. Is this a prank? Or maybe the phone call was Rose's last message to me before the curse got to her? Ugh, shut up, brain. You are not helping. Don't make this scarier than it already is. But if she's not here, then where is she? The hell was that? That's it. I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. Sorry, I have to do that more. Hold on. That wasn't believable. I feel I can do better. That's it. I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. Must have angered the spirits living here. I knew disturbing this mansion was a bad idea right from the very start. But nobody listened. Be fucking realistic, they said. They think I'm cuckoo because I believe in curses and ghosts and all that. Me and my outlandish backwater country beliefs. I've always strived to be a model employee, but not this time, no. Oh, I accidentally clicked on the wrong thing. I'm turning back for the sake of my sanity. Briar Realty can find another agent who is more fucking realistic to tour people around this haunted house. Before leaving, I take one last look at the gloomy old room. Just to check.
Huh? What's this?
My worries about Rose's whereabouts must have caused me to miss it when I first entered the room. There's clearly something on the floor. It looks like blood?
A letter?
A letter. Of course, that's the name. Never mind. Lying on the ground just a couple inches away from my feet. Out of sheer curiosity, I lean down and pick it up. Oh, the animation freaks me out. It's very it's too smooth. It doesn't look human, so it falls into the uncanny valley for me. I don't recall seeing this the last time I was here. A few days back, me and a few other agents inspected the mansion to prepare for today. I had been the last to look inside the attic and leave, and this certainly hadn't been here before. Someone must have left it in the room since then. Did Rose leave this for me? Was she here a while ago? I would love if there was just a person hiding under this bed. can't have missed her though, can I? There's only one set of stairs to and from the attic. Letter isn't exactly in pristine condition. In fact, it looks rather ancient. Also, she is clearly not looking at the letter. She's looking at over here. Paper is so thin and rough, I'm worried it'll fall apart if I so much as touch it. With great care, I open it, and I read and what I read shakes me to my core.
What? Oh my god.
I probably shouldn't notice this. Because, I mean, I shouldn't notice this, but I noticed that that is literally the same help me, stamped a million times, with little smudges to change it, but it's pretty much the same thing. It's like it was typed out. Nothing but the words "help me" fills the page. All of it seemingly written with a crimson shaded pen. Or blood. I gulp. The same... Sorry, that was my fault. The same phrase just goes on and on until...
Send this to 5 people or else.
Do you... copy it?
Or else what? Or else what?
As quickly as I can, I scan the back of the paper and peek into the envelope to make sure I'm not missing out on a second page. But there's nothing.
No. Oh, please, no.
My hands tremble as dread creeps over me. The room is suddenly getting colder. I need to get out of here. Folding the paper in half, the sight that greets me next has me frozen on the spot. You need a pedicure. A pair of blood-soaked feet enters my field of vision, covered in gaping wounds with skin eaten away to reveal flesh, bone, and all manner of things one isn't meant to see. It's too much. All of this is too much. I want to cry, call for help, but the words catch in my throat. Even my feet won't move, completely paralyzed out of terror. Lord, please help me. I need to face it. Whoever, whatever these feet belong to, I need to face it. And if I'm going to die, if they're going to kill me, at least I'll know what my killer looks like. A cold comfort. So, with a deep breath, I summon every ounce of courage I have left in me and shift my gaze upward. Well, that was horrifying. Do you need a lozenge? Like...
Please, don't hurt me! No!
This room got dark, like, really fast. Also, I think her foot is broken. Without thinking, I scramble towards the door. I struggle to open it, but it won't budge.
Stay away! Go away! Please, Lord! Make it go away!
Why now? Why won't it open now? Really? You're gonna ask that? My heart sinks as reality dawns in. I'm locked in. Locked in with that thing.
Let me out! Let me out! Lord, please, let me out!
She says Lord a lot, doesn't she? It slowly approaches me as I wrench the doorknob violently back and forth. Oh god! Oh! Okay, I didn't fucking expect a quick time event. That... Oh, my fucking arm. Where is she? The door finally swings open and I couldn't have been happier. Wasting no time, I leap out the door and don't look back. My feet pound against the floor in rhythm with the loud, fast beating of my heart. Yes, I think she's a good girl. By the time I run past the hallway and find myself atop the grand staircase, my chest feels so tight like it's going to burst. But that's nothing compared to the feeling of hope the sight of the exit gives me. Racing down the stairs, a breathy laugh escapes me and... my shoe slips and I find myself falling. What you say? No. Until my back hits the ground and pain racks my body. Thank you, Thork. Those birds are going to haunt me this entire playthrough. My head grows fuzzy and my vision dims as I fight to stay conscious.
No. Go away.
No, I think Isabel so far is a good person. Last thing I see are those feet before all I know is darkness. That was actually a really good entry, or opening. I'm very, very impressed by that because the animation was legit animation as opposed to the weird... I don't even know how to describe it. Flash? What the fuck is it called? It's what they do in Flash where they basically move pieces. Anyway. Oh god, no. Apparently that was just the opening. God damn it, stop it. I start to rouse, pulled into consciousness against my own will. I've never felt this tired before. Just want to sleep, but the insistent buzzing, poking, and prodding isn't letting me. My old mattress may not be the comfiest of places, but that doesn't make me any more eager to wake up.
5 more minutes, Becca.
I swat away what is nudging persistently at my side. Can't I just get a few more extra minutes of sleep today? I promise I'll work hard once I'm up. hand lightly taps my cheek, and something cold is suddenly being pressed to the back of my head. The icy sensation slowly spreads through the area, giving me an uncomfortable feeling.
Isabella? Isabella? Stop. Can you hear me? Isabella?
This is a visual novel. A horror visual novel. The fog of unconsciousness immediately lifts from my mind the moment I recognize the voice and my eyes snap open. Can I help you? There, looking down at me, is Rose. Another woman loiters beside her, but my attention is too focused on my co-agent to even ask why there's someone else here. Rose's posture just screams worry, although she is keeping a straight face, or trying at least. I can't help but feel bad for making her fret. I only took a huge fucking tumble down the stairs, which could have killed me, because people do die falling downstairs, but I feel bad I made her worry. A wave of dizziness... I deserve that. A wave of dizziness washes over me as soon as I try to get up, forcing me to lie back down again. Luckily, it subsides after a few seconds, until only a mild throbbing somewhere in the back of my head remains. With little assistance from Rose, I push myself upright. She hands me an ice pack and gestures for me to press it to where I suspect a small bump has already formed, if the light ache in the area is any indication.
Alright, Isabella, where are we?
The Ermengarde mansion. Why? Ow, my head.
And the date today?
October 21st? Rose.
Last one. Can you count to 15 in reverse order?
15, 14, 13, 12 teen... No, that's wrong.
You might have a concussion.
Why are we doing this?
She's just checking to see if your injury is in any way serious.
This time, I curiously regard the woman standing beside Rose. It's impossible to overlook her, what with the way she towers over us. And here I thought Rose is already tall. Who is she anyway? One of the remaining cleaning crews? Yeah, she looks like her cleaning crew. But with how primly dressed she is, I don't think anyone will want to clean in that suit. An expensive suit at that. The gloves alone must have already cost a fortune. Her eyes slowly shift between me and Rose, considering us with an almost unreadable expression, before finally fixing a sharp gaze on me. I can't help but fold my arms protectively over myself as she does so. She may be far from a cleaning crew, but she certainly looks like my supervisor during evaluation days.
Just do it, please.
I eye them both warily, but recite everything as she has asked. Rose releases a breath of relief once I'm done.
You scared me for a moment there. I was about to call for an ambulance when you started stirring. Are you alright?
Exasperation soon replaces the delight. The memory's a little fuzzy, but the attic and...
There was someone, Rose. In the attic.
Someone? You mean a client? Oh, that's unlikely. It's probably just one of the cleaning crews. The boss sent a few of them back this morning for some last minute...
No, not any of those. They're, I'm not actually sure. Wait, didn't I call you? You said you were in the attic when you answered. That's why I went there in the first place.
This voice actor sounds really familiar. Both Rose and the lady look at me like I've just grown another head. Did I say something weird? Rose casts an apologetic smile at the woman beside her before the awkward silence stretches on further. It's her saleswoman smile, the same one she taught me back when I was still her trainee. I should show this to troublesome clients, or just to avoid trouble in general, she advised. It's also the one she gives me when I've done something particularly absurd that may cause us to lose a potential sale. Her eyes are serious when she turns back to me. What is happening right now? She takes both of my shoulders, gently squeezes it. You mean them? Squeezes them? and with as much patience as she can muster.
As much as I'd love to have gotten at least a heads up of your arrival, I didn't really get a call from you. You know, signal here is absolutely horrendous. I was in the garden earlier and couldn't even make a single call. Isabella, I'm going to ask again. Are you really all right? What happened?
I don't know. It's all a bit blurry. I remember I was looking for you, but you weren't in the attic. And there's whoever it is. Then I must have tripped on a rug or something on the way down.
I like the art style that they used for her here, but I still prefer the flat art style. I don't know why.
Oh no. Do you think someone came in while you were out? You left the main door open. We are so going to get into big trouble if something gets stolen, Rose.
Perhaps it is a concussion.
Are you sure you feel fine? We could still call for an ambulance. I could cover for you.
No, I'm fine. I'm okay, Rose. I can work.
Wait. Hold your horses. Why is this being there? Never mind. Hold your horses, Rose. I can't just miss an important sale because of a minor bump in the head. An extremely minor bump. I've had worse when I was a kid. This is nothing.
Besides, if I leave, you'll have to shoulder everything in the open house, alone. And in a mansion this big?
Well, there's also a part where I may lose that bonus BRC promise, and that's completely beside the point. Rose gives me a skeptical look when I return the cold compress to her and push myself off the floor. I have to use the staircase's railing to steady myself, but otherwise, I feel fine.
See? I'm A-okay.
Two of them exchange worried glance, and Rose assumes a contemplative look. I bite my lower lip in anticipation. She says no.
All right, you in.
A smile threatens to slip out from me.
But if I see that you aren't feeling well, I'm taking you personally to the nearest clinic to have you checked. Clear?
Clear as day, ma'am. Thanks, Rose.
You insisted. But remember what I said. First sign of you looking not okay, and we're off. No questions asked.
It's just a small bump. Don't worry.
You shouldn't downplay these kinds of things. It could be a serious injury for all we know.
Yeah, usually things have to do with the head. Suddenly, a small cough sounds against the walls of the foyer, interrupting our banter. The woman is looking expectantly at the two of us, her stare making me shrink back a little on myself. She isn't really intimidating. Well, she is. But not in the scary negative way. Far from it, actually. Her demeanor simply commands an air of sophistication and respect. In a different world, a younger me would have probably wished to be like her. She coughs again, lifting a well-trimmed eyebrow at me in question. Words get caught in my tongue, and Rose, as usual, swift catch my own blunders.
My sincerest apologies, Mrs.
Miss McCulloch. Marianne McCulloch.
McCulloch. Rose Designs. I wonder if McCulloch at xmail.com is a real place. Jan throws her business card. That is all the time I have for today. I am legitimately like seeing some weird thing between Briar and Rose, and yeah, it just seems like there's very obvious fucking things, like especially if you take into account the fucking roses on the wall. Anyway, that being said, I do love accents as well. Unfortunately, I can't do many of them, but I do appreciate good accent. And with that said, this is all the time I have for today. I'm going to go ahead and continue this because I feel like if it could just get some of the exposition a bit out of the way, that it actually will get really good. So, that said, all of it is narrated except for the actual narration, so it's not like I'm doing too much. I hope everyone has a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. Hey guys, thank you for watching me. If you like what you see, why not click the like or subscribe button located below. It's because of amazing viewers like you that I am able to continue doing this and do the things I love and the things that keep you entertained, hopefully. If you have time, why not check out our website at www.quitsgaming.com and join our Discord, where we have a small group of people who do voice acting, play games together, do live streams together, as well as you can get your live stream added to it. So I will see you on there.